It's a gorgeous day. It is starting to cool down in the great state of Arizona. The Diamondbacks are heating up. Sanderson Ford presents Diamondbacks Baseball. The National League Western champion Arizona Diamondbacks go toe-to-toe, wrapping up a 3-game series with the Giants. Keeping an eye on Milwaukee. It's a big day to be a Brewer, fighting for that home field, so Arizona has to hold serve. Boy, we're glad to have you back at the ballpark. And we trust you've had a good weekend. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to the ballpark. My name is Darren Sutton alongside Mark Grace. We're certainly glad to have you with us. By the way, it is Star Wars Day at the ballpark, and so we are glad to have you back. Gracie, first things first, where would this team be when you think about Josh Collmenter? Collmenter added to the squad initially out of the bullpen. He was the guy that made his Major League debut against the San Francisco Giants in late April, but yet he has done so many big things. Who would have thought that this young man would have the impact he has had?
Well, Josh Collmenter certainly has turned a lot of heads, not only in the National League West, but really all over the National League, Darren. He's come out of nowhere, a guy nobody expected to be on this ball club this year. They expected him to be doing his thing in Reno. Instead, he's been doing his thing, that unique delivery and all, up here in the National League. He's been terrific. He's got a chance to win 10 games. That doesn't happen very often for rookies.
You can see how he has cleaned things up very nicely, the base runners per 9 innings. Now, we talk about pitching in the National League West, and the focus had been a ton on the San Francisco Giants and Ubaldo Jimenez. The balance of power has changed. 2 aces still in San Francisco, but now Clayton Kershaw and Ian Kennedy have joined this quartet.
No question. And what you like to see about that is all these guys are young. Tim Lincecum's got 2 big old Cy Young awards on his mantle. Matt Cain is just as good, just bad luck. Clayton Kershaw, he's going to win the award this year, but Ian Kennedy, another guy nobody expected to be in that Cy Young race. He is right there, 21-4. I agree with you, Darren. Certainly the balance of power is starting to switch over to those other 2 guys.
Well, a unique day to say the least, and we're certainly glad to have you with us. Lincecum against Collmenter, the Giants going toe-to-toe with the Arizona Diamondbacks. When we come back, Jody Jackson will join us here from Chase Field. What a Sunday it is. Use the force. Of course, it is fun to play along. Star Wars Day at the ballpark. This game is fun, isn't it? I mean, we're here to have fun.
to look for the sweep of the San Francisco Giants. Jody Jackson with you outside the Diamondbacks dugout as Josh Colementor will take the mound today, looking to tie a rookie record with 10 wins. And you have to look at the job that Charles Nagy has done this year as the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks. Tremendous improvement from starters to bullpen. I asked Joe Saunders about the job he's done. He said he is the silent assassin of the coaching staff. He's quiet. He gets the job done. He's got a great presence out on the mound. And for Kirk Gibson, it's our Geico quote of the game. He's done everything expected and more.
He's just going to get better and better and better, and he's been outstanding. He's got a great personality. He's got great leadership skills. He's a great teacher, the way he delivers. He remains calm. He's got his own way, and I don't know what your guys' perception of him is. Probably he's a fairly easygoing guy. He's very intense. And if you don't think he is, go try and run with him one day or go swim in the pool or work. I mean, he's an animal.
A competitor, so are these Diamondbacks. Beware of the dark side. Last night there was a power outage here, but not for the D-backs offense. They piled up 15 runs. Will they be able to do it again today on Star Wars Day here at the ballpark?
Club card at any Gila River casino. You can win $2,000 to $20,000 instantly. Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back, and it's only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Glad to have you back at the ballpark, Bruce Bochy. What a fine job he did one season ago. He has had to deal with countless injuries this year and some veteran players that might have hit the walls in their career. Let's take a look at his starting lineup tonight. It's brought to you by our good friends and partners with Pepsi and Pepsi Max. At the very top is Andres Torres. He's one of those guys that has taken a step backwards this year. Jeff Keppinger. There's your offense in the middle. Carlos Beltran, Pablo Sandoval. Brett Hill with 25 home runs in the minors this year. It's Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Chris Stewart, and Tim Lincecum. We talked about Josh Colementor coming on the air. He's getting ready to go to work, the 25-year-old right-hander. Michigan born and raised, pitched at Central Michigan University. Was a Diamondbacks 15th round pick in 2007. What a season he has had. Well, we're glad to have you with us. The finale of this three-game series. First pitch is outside. 1-0 the count to Andres Torres. Again, an improbable season, trying to win his 10th game in ERA below 3.5. Change up, and it's a strike. 1-1.
Beautiful change up right there. When he can throw that for the called strike there, boy, what a plus that is.
There's the slow curveball. 1-2.
My partner's having trouble wiping the smile off his face when he sees Josh Colementor throw that big balloon curveball for a strike. Gas right behind it. That's a heck of a way to start your afternoon, Josh Coleman. Used all 3 pitches in his arsenal, folks, and just easily disposed of Andres Torres, the high fastball.
Well, and Josh Coleman is entering a unique time now. Obviously, this whole year's been unique, and he has proven he can adapt up from the minor leagues, relief pitcher, starter, extra rest. He's entering a unique time now for this club. Broken bat, playing it back is McDonald. Had a great night a few nights ago, and he keeps on keeping on at short.
Well, he can flat out deal at shortstop, one of the better defenders. And I got to be honest, Darren, didn't know a whole lot about the defensive ability other than what I had heard because of his time in Toronto. But when you watch him play day in and day out, this guy is very good defensively, one of the better ones I've seen in a long time at shortstop.
That's what keeps him gainfully employed in the big leagues. Is a guy that has not been known for his bat. He'll help you, give you a wise at bat, but he can play.
And even getting to be in his late 30s, still has plenty of range out there. Yeah, a prime position, shortstop.
Slow curveball hung it. It's popped up, giving it a run is Blum over toward the railing with a slide. And it bounced off either the camera down there or the actual rail, and into the stands it goes. 0-2 the count.
Blum goes over. Yeah, with the playoffs coming, no need to go ahead and just dive into that camera well. Just go ahead, do a little figure 4 slide, and if you don't come up with it, you're going to the playoffs anyway.
They play Carlos Beltran to pull the 0-2. Fouled it off. Let's take a look defensively at the Arizona Diamondbacks and how they stack up. David Robleski and Associates has Chris Young off today as Cowgill is in center. Blum, McDonald, Aaron Hill with Paul Goldschmidt at first. Miguel Montero, no rest for the weary. Right back to work behind the plate. Fastball spins him out of there. It's a very good 0-2 pitch. But to finish the thought on Coleman, we'll talk about it throughout the game. I mean, he could possibly have a Game 4 start if there is a need. He could possibly pitch out of the bullpen if there is a need. After this start, the unknown becomes a big part of his future, and he's just fine with that.
Exactly. He's got a lot of value. A lot of value.
Kirk Gibson right now preparing for 3 opponents. 3 possible opponents. The Phillies, the Atlanta Braves, and the Milwaukee Brewers. In the very first round. Fastball just outside. Missed. Because again, if there is the miracle and St. Louis were to catch and to win the wild card, then Gibson's squad would open with the Brewers. That's a bouncing ball. Goldschmidt stumbled for a moment. To the bag he goes. Coleman 1, 2, 3 with Tim Lincecum getting ready to go to work for the Giants. Lincecum getting ready to go to work. And the right-hander going to work for the, again, 33rd time this year. He's 13-13, but his 2.58 ERA has him fourth in the National League in that category.
He's still one of the best in the business. He's a lot of fun to watch pitch.
This will be his final start of the season, and don't you think he wants to make it count? Well over 200 innings at 212. Again, well over 200 strikeouts. Few reach that number in a season. Gerardo Parra takes a fastball that jumps out of the zone again. 2-0 the count. Well, very interesting.
Oh, wow. Very Yoda-esque.
Line drive left field. And good to see for Brandon Belt, who has had a tough time out there playing left field. If you're a Giants fan, trying to have him learn the position. Southwest Airlines brings you the Diamondback starting lineup with Parra, Aaron Hill, Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, Paul Goldschmidt, Jeff Blum. We saw him a moment ago, as did we see John McDonald. He bats 8th. Indoor baseball nearing triple digits today, but the highs are coming down. They talk about outdoors that many of you will not see triple digits at any point during the day, and that's very good news. Some light rain around the valley in a couple of spots. 2-0 the count earlier this morning. Well, Aaron Hill, when you pick up a guy and you're in a pennant race with a team, you hope that he helps you beat and defeat that team.
That's exactly right.
Aaron 9 of 18 against the San Francisco Giants since coming on board.
Well, that's why Kevin Towers went out and got him. He just had to know that there was just more in the tank than what he showed in Toronto this year.
Bottom part of the knees from Lincecum, 3-1 the count. He is red hot, you can see, against the Giants. His last 4 games, he has been hot. It's been all good for Hill, as that fastball well placed from Lincecum has the count 3-2. Washington born, went to Liberty High School in Bellevue, Washington. Pitched in the Pac-10 at the University of Washington. That changeup missed inside. So Hill patiently earns himself yet another walk. Defensively for the Giants, Belt, Torres, and Beltran in the outfield. Sandoval, Crawford, Keppinger, and Brett Pill at first. And Chris Stewart behind the plate catching Tim Lincecum. Again, Belt, a first baseman, continues to work on the job training. And at times it's been tough.
No, it's when you're a first baseman and the only time you've played left field is in the major leagues, it's tough. It's a lot to ask.
Upton takes a breaking ball that dips low. That pitch, the slider. Lincecum does not throw as many slow curveballs as he did last year. He has really dropped the usage, and what he uses a lot more is that pitch a moment ago. He has thrown a ton more sliders this year. The 1-0. As he goes back to a breaking ball, the slider, 1-1 the count. These two have met plenty already in their young careers. And Justin, 9 hits and 36 at bats against him. That's a .250 clip. Has never homered against Lincecum. And has 4 RBIs. Fastball that looked good.
He got him to chase one up and in. That's been the book the last couple or 3 weeks. We've seen a lot of teams really trying to bust Justin Upton inside, try to break his bat. He's been hit a lot, and he's also, well, he's broken a lot of bats.
And you can see it later in the season, Lincecum. We remember following the postseason with what he did last year. But because he put on a little weight, got bigger and stronger, still looks bigger and stronger in his final start of the year.
Oh,
man, that hit him in the head.
Right in the head. Oh, my gosh.
And let us hope and pray that Upton's all right.
It didn't get him in the face. It got helmet. That's good. Lincecum coming in to check on Upton. He looks okay. That's easy for me to say. I didn't get hit in the head. Well, that is one very, very fortunate young man, Justin Upton. That is 1 inch away from possibly ending his career if it got him in the face. But it looked like it got him right on the logo of the helmet.
Oh, my goodness. Lincecum, you could tell by his reaction initially, he had no intent. He wanted to come in, and he wanted to check. Watch Kirk Gibson. This is very typical Gibson. Gibson says, you know what, why don't you head on back out?
We got it. You've done enough. But I think that's just Lincecum saying, hey, man, yes, I was trying to pitch you inside like the pitch before, and it got away. And basically he's letting him know, hey, man, sorry about that.
Breaking ball. First curveball he has thrown in this ball game. Well, so far, now we're going to keep an eye on Justin. He now is back up top in the National League. Danny Espinosa has been hit 19 times as well. Oh, boy.
He's okay, though. All's right that ends right. And, well, there's going to be a fist fight before this one's over.
The 1-0 to Miguel Montero is low. 2-0 the count.
Well, he just never got his head out of there. And I'm going to go scientific on you here, folks. We all have a blind spot in our vision.
Miguel Montero helps pick up Justin Upton. That one is driven into the gap. Here comes Upton as well. They wave him home. The Diamondbacks lead it 2-0. Almost every time Upton gets drilled, a teammate drives him in. It's happened countless times this year.
Well, Justin Upton looked just fine circling those bases. He was absolutely flying on that double by Montero. But you're right, Darren. Miguel Montero has picked up Justin Upton all year long. Every time he gets hit, bang! Out into right center it goes. RBIs number 85 and 86. Miguel Montero just continues to dominate here in the late going.
Pitches outside to Paul Goldschmidt. An interesting angle on that from where we sit, and I'm sure you fans sitting in the ballpark see different things. That's what's great about baseball. One of my favorite parts of that play and watching it develop as the 1-1 to Paul is to right field off the end of the bat. Down for a base hit. Matt Williams says, come on down to Miguel Montero. The throw to the plate with the tag. He is out at the plate by considerable amount as well.
Well, either Miguel Montero got a really, really bad jump or Matt Williams made a bad decision. I think it's a combination of both right there. When you're out by that far, Matt Williams probably regretting that one, but what a throw. I mean, what a throw from Beltran, right on the button on a fly, and it's just waiting on Montero. Well, the Diamondbacks picking up right where they left off after last night's 15-run onslaught.
Pablo Sandoval makes the play, erasing Jeff Blum. So far, Justin looks okay. Let's hope that it stays that way. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the ball game. Got him right in the helmet, in the bill of that helmet, thankfully. And then again, it's happened about a dozen times this year. A teammate drives him home. Cole Gillespie has come on. He is in the outfield. Gerardo Parra has moved to right field. That's not good news at all for the Diamondbacks. Now, it may be very precautionary. I was stunned that they allowed him to stay in the game, period, and run the bases.
Well, probably because he said, I'm fine.
Well, I understand that, and I agree with you with that, but you've won the division, and you have a man who got hit squarely in the bill of the helmet. Get him on in there. Well, now they've decided to get him on in there and make sure and have him examine team position and really take a good look at him. And Gracie, you played this game an awful long time as Pablo Sandoval pops that up. Whether it be with Corey Koski a couple of years back, Mike Matheny, concussions obviously in more contact-oriented sports are a big focal point, but they're now a big focal point in baseball. Not saying that's what occurred, but they want to make sure, I would guess, right away.
Yeah, you have to go get him tested. And yeah, back in the days of my time, you got your bell rung. Let us know when you're okay. You can see Justin's still feeling the effects. So you know what? Let's just be precautionary and make sure he's okay. And so they'll take him back and have him checked, and let's just hope he's okay.
1-1 the count to Pill. Line drive down the line. That's a foul ball. And unfortunately for Upton, a dubious mark, not for Upton, but for opposing pitchers, a mark that he just as soon not own. He can talk to Don Baylor about owning these marks as well. But that's a single season record for a Diamondback hitter and being hit by pitches. That's 19 times a single season record. Andy Fox in the inaugural season for the Diamondbacks was hit 18 times. High pop left side. Colmenter buries that inside, and it's popped up to the right side. And a couple of quick outs. Brett Pill pops up to Aaron Hill. This is a moment ago in the dugout. Justin Upton, after he had gotten hit and he came in, and you could tell just not feeling good. I mean, just having things cause effects. And went on down the stairs, and that was the last we saw of Justin Upton after he was hit by the pitch. Curve ball, beautiful. 0-1 the count. Good fastball in. Popped up, shallow left. Gillespie right away tested. He comes on, he passes the test. We'll do our best to get an answer for you on Justin Upton as soon as we can. I know that man wants an answer as well. Back at the ballpark, Gila River Casinos brings us Kachinko. Find out more about it. Learn how you can play here at Chase Field. Go to the interactive kiosk near Section 111. During regular season home games, again, there's always a winner, and you're always a winner at Gila River Casinos. Tim Lincecum's a different pitcher. When you have something like that occur, one thing I'm guessing as a hitter you take away is the inside fastball. You could see Lincecum followed up with some very hittable pitches to Montero, to Goldschmidt, soft slider away.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's not the first time he's ever hit somebody in the head.
No, I'm sure he hasn't. That's about the most emotion on a concerned or negative side I've seen him show in the big leagues. I've seen him pump his fist after a big out.
No, and I'm sure he's probably trying to show some remorse because he knows he's got a hit today.
Oh, that's exactly right. No, you're exactly right. And here is John McDonald. Pitch is low, 1-0.
Not saying anything's going to happen, but every pitcher knows that in the National League. If you hit somebody in their brain, well, you've got to grab a bat as well. In the American League, you don't have anything to worry about.
Pitches outside, 2-1 the count. Don't forget, anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase from 4 to 6 the following day. High breaking ball there. Hung a slider, 2-2 the count. Use the force and use your positive thoughts for Mr. Upton as well. Seeing a few more starts on occasion as McDonald, and he's also, in his last 5 games, part-time role as well, seeing some better results. He's got 4 hits in his last 10 at-bats. Just a little bit over 208 as a Diamondback. Bounced out to Sandoval. Little hop, skip, and a throw, and he fires it on across. Josh Colbenter. 5 hits and 37 at-bats this year with an RBI. Hitting .135 with 4 sacrifice bunts. One and 0 the count.
I'm sure those two have checked on their good buddy Justin Upton. They seem in good spirits, so that's good news. They're very close with Justin Upton, those two, Ryan Roberts and Chris Young.
One and 2 the count. Colmenter, he's got himself a hit. A high bouncing swinging bunt. He'll take it. Ian Kennedy had 2 hits last night and a walk.
They love it, don't they?
Fun when you win, isn't it?
Sure is. It sure is. And that ball was not going to go foul either. I'm going to let it go. That's not going to go. Do the best I can. Colmenter beats it easily.
The 1-0. All right, into right field. Easy chance put away by Beltran.
welcome back. It is a KidCaster Sunday here presented by Sanderson Ford, and I'm alongside Jesse Friedman, 12 years old. Jesse, love the Greg Schulte impression. When did you develop your Greg Schulte?
I think probably a few years ago, and we listen to the radio a lot, and he's the radio broadcaster, so I just eventually developed it.
And for you, I know you wanted to talk to Micah Owings, a couple guys that on the Diamondbacks you wanted to have a conversation with, and you got to do that. Why did you want to talk to Micah?
He seemed to be a pretty cool guy. He went to the same college as my dad, and just always been a favorite of my family. So
we'll look forward to hearing that in just a little bit. What's been the best part of being out here at the ballpark? I know you spent the day here yesterday, back today. What's been your favorite part, of course, beyond talking to Micah?
When we were sitting in the dugout, all the players were coming up, and they said hi and stuff. I think that was pretty fun, just seeing all the players up close.
Right, and so your Greg Schulte impression got you the gig here today as KidCaster. I know you said in the video you wanted Darren Sutton and Mark Grace to let you join in, so you're going to do that in just a bit. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Look forward to having Jesse join us. Brandon Crawford with a ground out to short. Crawford, his first at bat. Came in hitting below 200 at 198 out of UCLA. Excited to have Jesse come on in. The final Sanderson Ford KidCaster of the year. I love our good folks and partners with Sanderson Ford, and the KidCaster concept, thumbs up to that as well. We've enjoyed being a part of it the last few seasons. 1-0 the count. Chris Stewart. Tim Lincecum heads out to the on-deck circle. Change up. 1 ball and 1 strike. He got the corner. He got a little extended corner there. Mr. Stewart hit just .221 in AAA this year in 33 games.
Well, it's a getaway day for Rob Drake and the umpires as well. Their season coming to a close.
Bouncing ball to his left plum. Those soft hands, he makes it look easy. He'll tell you, I don't have the range that I used to. But if I get there, I'll make the play.
You can see Lincecum talking to Montero, probably very apologetic, probably asking, how's he doing? Is he okay? Hey, tell him I'm sorry. That's very typical. That's very typical. And that's good to see.
Fastball outside, 0-1 the count. Throws right-handed, bats left-handed, so that arm hanging out there over the plate. And that fastball off the plate.
And I also want to preface, folks, for those of you who are probably Diamondback fans and really hating Tim Lincecum right now, he's one of the most wonderful young men you'll ever run into in your life. A great kid, and he's great for baseball.
One and 2 the count. Lincecum with a bouncing ball right back through the box. He is erased. And, of course, our KidCaster joining us, Jesse Friedman, doing a fine job so far, so very good. But we're going to put him to work. He had an opportunity to get to know and sit down with one of his favorite players. Here's his interview on this Sanderson Ford KidCaster Sunday with Micah Owings.
Here I am with Micah Owings, and I've got a few questions here. And my first one is, what was your favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject was math.
Yeah, that's actually mine too, so cool. My second question is, do you remember your first home run that you ever hit?
Ever? I do. I was 10 years old, and my dad was still coaching me. I'll never forget putting my arms up, going around the bases, and then giving my dad a big hug after it.
How do you control your emotions so that you've won the National League Western Division, but how do you control it so that you want more than that?
Just we got to keep playing like we've been playing, you know. That's what got us here, and we're having a lot of fun, and we just come out and compete every night.
How does your faith impact your performance?
It impacts everything I do. You know, that's why I'm here, and as a believer, believing that life's bigger than the game. Just happy to be a part of the game and be blessed with the talents to play it, but definitely a big part of my life.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, a good interview as we welcome you back to the ballpark, and we welcome young Jesse Friedman up here. Well, young man, congratulations. You earned the right to be a KidCaster with us. You know Mark Grace. I'll let you shake his hand.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good to see you. My name is Darren Sutton. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 12 years old. In 8th grade, I'm homeschooled. And I can't impersonate Greg Schulte, so...
I have to hear that.
Yeah, well, the folks at home heard your impersonation of
Leave
Greg
It to
Schulte.
Beaver? Where do you watch Leave It to Beaver? That's like people my age.
Well, they're still for sale, I guess.
That is so big.
Nice
I
line.
love Leave It to Beaver.
Still sell them. I like that.
Okay,
Good
I interrupted.
answer.
I'm sorry. That got me all excited.
No, I think that's a very good idea. Sanderson Ford KidCaster. As that breaking ball from Tim Lincecum is low. So, you brought it so much in your demo. You did such a fine job. Gracie, I'm going to have to get your blessing as the color analyst. But, when Montero hits, and a lot of times with our KidCaster, we'll just ask you questions. You can talk about things. Mm-hmm. I'm giving him the Montero at bat. Are you good with that?
Absolutely.
He's earned his right. I mean, his demo was money. Aaron Hill takes a pitch outside.
And now are you going to do it as Greg Schulte, or are you going to do it as yourself?
I think I'm going to do it as Greg Schulte.
Ooh,
okay. Those are big shoes to fill now. That's the governor.
That's a different kind of a level you're taking it to. 2-1 the count. Now we're hoping Justin Upton's okay. Did you happen to see that?
Yes.
What were your thoughts as kind of my fill-in analyst for a moment?
Well, at first I thought it hit his shoulder, but then I found out it hit his helmet. Mm-hmm. So that's typically not a good thing. You can have a concussion and all that stuff. So. And
that's what we're waiting to find out.
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
They're checking him out down below. 2-2 the count. Aaron Hill. Jesse Friedman joining us up here as our Sanderson Ford KidCaster. Into the dirt it goes. That is strike 3. The man who came into the ball game, Cole Gillespie, hits in place of Justin Upton. So, obviously, if you take the time, you listen a lot on radio, listen to Greg's words describing the action, you're a fan of this team. Who's your favorite player on this team?
You know what? I'm not quite sure if I have a favorite player. I think I like Paul Goldschmidt, Micah Owings, Miguel Montero, Justin Upton. So, it's kind of split.
Kind of like those first basemen, don't you?
Yeah.
I see how it goes.
Atta boy. I knew you had class.
Now, brothers, sisters, what's the family situation?
I have 2 brothers, Josiah and Sam.
Older, younger?
They're both older.
Okay. Do they give you the business then?
Kinda.
Kind of noogies and wrestle and
yeah.
Give you a good licking occasionally, just pop you in the shoulder.
I got lots of lickings when I was growing up, having an older brother. Yeah, I took daily beatings.
And what do you want to do when you become old like us?
I like math a lot. So
that's where we differ.
So could go into that,
but hey, you got a monitor here. I want to make sure. Can you see the field okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, I'm out of the way. I mean, you guys talk, ask him. See, the good thing is as a play-by-play announcer, when you don't know what to say, just ask your analyst questions. So, Jesse, you've got it. Take it, my friend. You got it. You ready? Go ahead.
Okay. Here's Miguel Montero, the Diamondback catcher. Hitting .284 on the year with 18 home runs and 86 runs batted in.
Well, Greg, he had a big double in the first inning. Right after Justin Upton got hit in the helmet, just coming to his partner's rescue, having his back, hitting a big 2 RBI double, and it was good to see.
There's strike 1. Next one, a swing and a miss, selling to the count.
Beautiful slider there from Lincecum.
He's a top pitcher. The pitch. That's a ball 1-2 the count. Miguel Montero got the 2-run double to give the Diamondbacks this lead. The pitch from Lincecum. Ground ball, second base. He's got it and throws him out, one away. Three outs.
That is so well done, young man.
Best ever. Jesse Friedman, we're glad to have you here. The Sanderson Ford KidCaster. Big league. Change up. 0-1 the count. Andres Torres. Well done, our young man. Jesse with a fine job. That was a lot of fun. Takes a bunt with him. Goldschmidt with a flip.
Oh, Paul, take it yourself, son. Take it yourself.
Did he have a play if he went on there?
Oh, man. Easy. Well, he'll just learn. Don't ever give it to the pitcher when you can take it yourself. Look how close he is to the bag. Oh, well, that's living and learning.
Torres this year with 17 stolen bases. And that is in a real struggling and now part-time role. So when you're only hitting .221 and you've got 17 bags, you can go. He's still 26 a season ago. Had a better year last year. Played in 139 games. Was a big part of the World Series title. Pitch is low. 1-0 the count. No runs on one hit for the Giants. They have not committed a miscue. For the Diamondbacks, they have 2 runs on 3 hits with no errors. Change up, doesn't bite. 2-0 the count. They play Keppinger to the opposite field quite a bit. There's a ton of space in left center. It just tells you that the research they've been able to do says he doesn't pull the ball at all very much, because if he gets it in that alley, he can run for days.
He's going to get a pitch right here, most likely in the strike zone. Let's see if Cole Mentor can keep it down around the knees and get a ground ball.
He tries to pull it. McDonald with the dive. Hustling all the way to third. The throw in there. Great aggressive base running there by Andres Torres, who you could argue shouldn't even be on there. I'm going to guess Keppinger saw that defense and was trying to find a gap. Didn't square it up at all.
No, he got a change up. Got a change up. He got it, even though he didn't hit it very hard. He got it past McDonald, and then it goes off his glove. And Andres Torres, who had to freeze on the line drive, he still gets to third base in that situation. Just big time base running. Just Andres Torres' legs doing all the damage here in the second inning now. Beltran looking to get his team a little closer.
Dream scenario for the Giants offensively for a team that has scored so few runs this year. Got a piece of everyone, including the home plate umpire.
Good fastball in right there from Cole Mentor to jam Carlos Beltran. Right back in there he goes, and this time he missed.
1 ball and 1 strike to count. Beltran grounded out to first back in the first inning. 331 in his 40 Giants games in which he has played. Shot, but he was a little bit out in front of that fastball up and in.
And it was the location from Cole Mentor. It was right on the inside corner, maybe a couple inches inside. Beltran, even though he hit it hard, he's just not going to be able to keep that ball fair. Good pitch. Might have him sped up enough to throw that changeup, Darren. Let's see.
I got him to chase a fastball up and out of the zone. He gets more chases on that pitch, especially for a guy that throws 86 to 88 miles an hour than I've ever seen.
So maybe remind you of somebody else? Micah Owings, maybe?
Micah. That's
although they're very different pitchers, very different styles. They both throw in the mid to high 80s with their fastball, but yet they get a lot of chases up in the strike zone.
Does it just look good?
That's what it is. Your eyes light up, and you just don't catch up with it. You either swing through it, as Beltran did, or you pop it up.
Taking a peek on a warm day at Chase Field. Not a hot day, but a warm day. Again, a swing at a pitch that was up in his helmet. And he pops it up. The two most dangerous hitters are back in the dugout on pitches well out of the strike zone.
That's exactly right. This time Sandoval was the victim of the high fastball from Cole Mentor. Let's take a look. Up and in. And he just eats Sandoval up. Jams him, pops him up. Now he's one big pitch away from getting out of a big scrape. Although Brett Pill, minor league-wise, had a fabulous year. This guy's got some big-time power.
25 home runs this year. He drove in 107.
That's a lot of home runs in the minor leagues, 25. That's one less month, folks. And you're still hitting 25.
He's hit 282 in his time in the major leagues. As that one bounces into the dirt. 1-0 the count. Fastball is outside. Our Nissan key to the game. Our partnership with Nissan. It is not wise to upset a Wookiee.
Well, there's lots of rookies up here now because it's September call-ups. So just got to try not to haze them.
Well, that's not That's one Wookiee you wouldn't want to upset there because
rookie hazing's kind of part of it because, J.J. Putz had these guys dressing up when they were in San Diego or when they were going to Los Angeles, had them dressed up like females. So I'm sure some of the rookies were upset.
I think I would have been.
Yeah, so I guess it's not nice of J.J. Putz to upset a rookie.
Or a Wookiee.
A what?
A Wookiee, as it said.
Oh, I thought you were just kind of doing your Elmer Fudd imitation or something. What's going on? What's a Wookiee?
No, from Star Wars. That is high. That is ball 4.
I really don't know what that is.
Yeah, neither do I. But Pill is on.
And that's a terrible key to the game.
So we'll move along. We love Nissan. Should drive one at home.
I mean, just
bypass one. But we're sorry. I mean, we apologize to the folks with Nissan. Make good cars.
I think we owe them. We certainly owe them a large apology.
Bases are full of San Francisco Giants. Brandon Belt takes up and in, 1-0 the count.
Now Josh has got to be careful after making 2 great pitches to retire Beltran and Sandoval. Looks like he might have lost a little focus to Brett Pill, and now he falls behind Brandon Belt 1-0 here with the bases loaded and no place to put it.
Popped up, he got him. He got him out front on a changeup.
Big time pitch.
Calgill puts it away. He puts it away, and you have to remind yourself in that situation to never upset a Wookiee. Diamondbacks baseball brought to you by Fry's. Enroll now for the Fry's Diamondbacks Rewards program and earn points by buying participating items at Fry's. Kia Motors. Learn more and visit phxkia.com. That one dropped in there for a strike to Paul Goldschmidt.
Who's had some success off of Tim Lincecum in his short career, hadn't he, Darren?
Yeah, he really has, as that one is whacked right through. First major league home run came against Tim Lincecum. He has had big hits against Tim Lincecum. Hit another home run against Lincecum into right center field. I mean, crushed him. He's 3 of 4 with a pair of homers. Waits on that slider. What a beautiful piece of hitting by Goldschmidt. And I'm telling you, folks, Lincecum is not going to come in with any sort of emphasis the rest of this ball game. Doesn't take away from what he did. That was gorgeous hitting.
I was going to say, that reminded me a lot of the clinching triple he hit off of Romo the other night. Just waits on a breaking ball and just rips it past Beltran all the way to the wall. And some guys are just good matchups for you. And so far, just in a couple of short months, believe it or not, folks, Tim Lincecum has been a really good matchup for Paul Goldschmidt. Good hitting right there from Blum.
Why?
Because he pulled the ball on the ground, gave himself up to move Goldschmidt to third base and to set up Colin Cowgill for an easy RBI.
And those are the little things that Gibson knows. He doesn't even have to mention to Blum that will be done in the postseason.
Probably a bunch of high fives for Jeff Blum. Yep, nice going, nice going. That's team baseball. Guys coming over, way to go, way to go.
Infield drawn in.
That's what's kept Jeff Blum around a long time in the major leagues. Just plays like that, know-how. Now it's up to Colin Cowgill. He's got to put the ball in play somehow, some way. Got to put the ball in play here. The guy in front of you just took care of you. He takes a fastball just inside. Lincecum wanted it. But when your two teammates, Goldschmidt and Blum, set you up for this situation, you have to take care of them. They took responsibility. Now it's your turn to take responsibility.
Pitch is low. 1-1 the count. We were telling you earlier that Kirk Gibson is preparing for 3 opponents. He's preparing to visit Philadelphia, to host Atlanta, or maybe take care of Milwaukee, because if St. Louis wins the wild card, the Diamondbacks open with Milwaukee. St. Louis today, they were victorious. You saw the standings, one back. St. Louis with a victory today, 3-2 over the Cubs. Washington shut out Atlanta 3-0.
Oh, what's going on with the Atlanta Braves? They are trying to gag away one of the bigger leads. You'll see.
To the right side, he just picked up his mate. Cowgill's looking to get to second. Well, there you have it. Team baseball.
You just saw an absolute clinic on winning baseball. There's a reason this team is sitting on 92 wins, trying to go to 93. Because of innings like this, a double, an unselfish at-bat from Jeff Blum to set up Colin Cowgill. He does a good job of taking a couple of close pitches, getting himself in a good hitter's count, 2-0, and then ripping it down the right field line to provide another run for Josh Coleman and the Diamondbacks. Good stuff.
1-0 the count, McDonald. Now to finish the thought on that wild card, Atlanta hosts the Philadelphia Phillies in a 3-gamer starting tomorrow.
Oh boy.
They have Lee, Oswalt, and Hamels in a row. That is who they will face.
Good luck, Atlanta.
Now they're in preparation.
Philly has been struggling.
And Philly is in preparation for that first round, certainly. They will run Randall Delgado, Derek Lowe, who has been really struggling on the mound.
Bad. You're right.
And Tim Hudson in game 3. Those are the 3 the Braves will play. The St. Louis Cardinals go to Houston, Texas.
Woo. By the way, the Houston Astros today at home, they're getting beat 19-1 by the Colorado Rockies. That's right, folks. 19-1. So St. Louis, big advantage.
1-2 the count. Those matchups, that's strike 3, those matchups are Jaime Garcia, Wandy Rodriguez, Jake Westbrook against Henry Sosa, and Chris Carpenter against Brett Myers. Those are those matchups. So, if you think about it, you still, even if you're dealing with Milwaukee, as that one is popped foul.
Nice rip from Coleman.
If you're talking about home field with Milwaukee, well, does it change things if you take on Milwaukee? You bet it does. You do not want to go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Not if you can help it.
Not to open this series. You want the first 2 to be here in Phoenix. Curveball is high.
So keep winning.
There is no better home team in the game than the Milwaukee Brewers. This is who they are. You want to open here. That's why you need to catch and
they
tie Milwaukee.
Not on that board right there is their record at home.
Right at the bottom,
Oh,
54 and 23.
I missed it.
Yeah, she slid it in there at the bottom. 54 and 23.
Well, Meg never misses any. There it is, 54 and 23. I missed that. Yeah, you don't want to go in front of 45,000 screaming cheeseheads.
Gobbled up.
Although
I'm
a big believer also, you got to beat everybody, don't you?
You do.
We're going to Milwaukee, folks.
For the Giants here, of course, it is a Sunday at the ballpark. It is also a football Sunday, and Kirk Gibson, an All-American at Michigan State. He's told us many times football was his love. It was his favorite, a dream to play football, but made the career decision to go with baseball, have a longer career, and it certainly has turned out well, not only as a player but as a manager. So it brings us to our Kia text poll, and today's text poll presented by your local Valley Kia retailers. By texting to vote, you consent to receive a message from Kia Motors America. Who would you least want to be tackled by? Kirk Gibson, who of course played at Michigan State, was a top receiver there, one of the fastest guys at the combine in the late 70s. Matt Williams, who was a high school quarterback, or Don Baylor, who had a chance to play at the collegiate level. So, guys, curious to hear your thoughts on this one.
How about none of the above?
How about none of the above?
Jody, did you know that Eric Young, the first base coach, did you know he played football at Rutgers University?
I did not know that.
He actually
so we
did.
Can add him to the list.
Well,
possibly.
he was a wide receiver at Rutgers.
So we knew we had a talented staff here with a wealth of knowledge for baseball and tremendous experience, particularly in the postseason. But how about the football ability?
I'll tell you what. Back in the day, Don Baylor. I think I don't think I'd want to get it. Well, I know what it's like to get in a scrum with Kirk Gibson. It's not much fun. And Matt Williams, not much fun. I'm going to say a younger Don Baylor before he had his bad back like he does now. I would say Don Baylor.
Can you guys imagine being a defensive back facing Kirk Gibson coming at you over the middle?
No, with the speed he had
and the rage
and the absolute rage that he had. And Matt Williams, well, we've seen Matt Williams in his look, haven't you? Like when he looks at you like that, go home.
Ask Jason Worth.
Yeah. When I said, well, Jason Worth, when Matt Williams looks at you like that, go home.
Curveball is outside to Chris Stewart. 1-0 the count. So a fun text poll there. And of course, important to remember that Eric Young was left off as that one's popped up. Long run, Montero. He runs out of room. And I know, Gracie, you had mentioned it before the game, but for some reason our senior producer, Jason Lewis, didn't think enough of Eric Young to put him on there. So
even though he played major college football.
College football at Rutgers.
I mean, that's a BCS school.
I just wanted to make it clear, you didn't bring it up to make him look bad live and Jody look bad on television. You mentioned it in the production meeting.
And once again, like I keep telling Jason Lewis, Mitch Riggin, you,
our director,
you as well. When you get me involved, the show becomes a lot more big league.
Popped up to the right side. That one is put away. That's the kind of courage, though, a man shows who's in the traveling party, like a producer in the major leagues is, when there are no more flights to take.
A good point.
You know.
Very well said.
Tim Lincecum hears the boos.
Hey, Darren, by the way, you know, we talked about St. Louis, we talked about Milwaukee, Atlanta. Well, there's a little shenanigans going on in the American League as well. How about Tampa Bay wins today and Boston loses again?
Boston plays again tonight, too.
And they've got to play the second game of a doubleheader against the Yankees tonight. The Yankees beat them again this afternoon, and Tampa Bay wins. Oh!
It's a half game.
Let the panic begin in Beantown.
Red Sox have lost 4 in a row. The Rays have put together back-to-back wins. It's one half game, and that actually has the Angels with a heartbeat. That pitch is high.
My goodness.
The Angels again are leading by a score of 3-0 over Oakland, so the Angels could be a game and a half back should they hold on and win. You always talk about one thing that can fix things real quickly if you're being the team that is hunted and you're down to 4 or 6 or 3 games left. Win a couple of games and that's it. It doesn't matter what the other team does.
That's all you have to do. You can scoreboard watch all you want, but you know, if you take care of your own business, the scoreboard watching goes away.
Lincecum with a bouncing ball.
Meanwhile, Josh Coleman is just dealing.
As we enjoy fall, we hope soon to have something that says 60 degrees in front of it at any point. As we bring you our AT&T trivia question, I'm told it's a really good one today.
Well, they're always good.
Name the only Diamondbacks all time to win Gold Gloves. The only Diamondbacks to ever win Gold Gloves, as this is a man who is seriously considered a candidate at this point as he wraps up his season in 2011, Gerardo Parra. Brett Gardner gaining the reputation as the best left fielder in the American League. He plays for the Yankees. Gerardo Parra, well, he is gaining the reputation as the best left fielder in the National League. Certainly is the best throwing left fielder.
Parra's better.
So the two fabulous outfielders have the reputation of carrying a lot of ground with them. That gal with the sign there was proud of the state of 8 that has taken over Chase Field on occasion. And don't forget, every time a Diamondback player knocks one out of here, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Right back through the box by Lincecum coming into center field. Parra, in his last 23 games, he now has 29 hits. He's hitting over .350 in his last 3 weeks worth of games.
Fastball middle, bang, right back up the box it goes.
On this Sunday, we say hallelujah as Aaron Hill digs in.
That's not bad. That's pretty clever.
That's a very good sign. 0-1 the count. Wow. That's
Kirk, I am your father. I love that. Right on the fedora there, that Darth Vader mask. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a big league look.
Swing and a miss. Runner on the move. Throw down. In there. It was the slide that got by.
Oh, Jeff Keppinger livid right now as he talks to second base umpire Gary Darling. Bruce Bochy going to come and have a conversation as well with the crew chief. It was a great slide by Parra. Now, was it great enough to get around the tag? Keppinger says no. Nothing yet. Nothing. Ah, he got it. Yep. Great angle. Great shot there from everybody involved. Oh, no, says Chris Stewart. Now Boach is gone.
Gary Darling's hooded up. Bruce Bochy been tossed. It's been a frustrating 6 weeks for the Giants, their fans, and their manager. Maybe a little bit of an outlet here. The Giants fans that are here in appreciation of their skipper. Stolen base for Parra, stolen base number 15. Diamondbacks got a break there. What does Boach have here? Keppinger with a smile.
That. Yeah, that's a manager going to bat for his player. Nothing wrong with that.
1-2 the count.
Oh boy, Chris Stewart. Not only did he get a caught stealing taken from him, but now he takes a ball on a hop right in the throat. It looks like.
Oh boy,
golly. Let's see where it gets him. Right in the throat. It looks like. Right in the chin. That's just like getting punched right. A knockout punch. Ow! Right in the teeth. I mean, even through the mask. Also, have we heard anything about Justin Upton, Darren?
No, we have gotten no word on Upton, and as soon as we know, we'll let you know. By the way, that's not sweat rising down his brow. Those are tears, not of the type where you're weeping or crying, but just when you get in a situation where you get uncomfortable and you start to sweat and just tears run out of your eyes.
Thankfully, he's okay. He took a shot, yeah. Wow, I've never had anything hurt that bad. I read his lips. Wow, I've never had anything hurt that bad.
And for a catcher to say that, it's got to hurt. They live in pain.
Oh, exactly.
Rob Drake, he's been popped in the mask. We've seen Rob Drake take one in the leg and finish the game. He was one of the toughest umpires a few years back in Florida, so he understands. Into left field, pretty well struck. Belt going back, cannot get there, over the wall for a ground rule double. Lincecum not coming in at all since he has hit Upton, and these guys are sitting out over the plate. And Aaron Hill crushed a breaking ball, a slider to be exact.
There's the slider, it stays up, and Hill just gets complete extension and just drills it over the head of Brandon Belt. We've seen Brandon Belt chase a lot of fly balls to the wall so far in this series.
This is not what folks are used to seeing with the two-time Cy Young Award winner. The right-hander who in his last 3 outings, let's make this clear, in his last 3 times he had been to the mound previous of this, he had worked 22 innings with a 1.23 ERA. He has not been the same really at all, because he walked Hill early on. He hit Justin Upton, was nowhere near the plate, even if he was trying to come in. But that threw him off even more. Has not been able to come back in with his fastball since. It's just a tough day, a poor day for Lincecum with his standards.
Now I would say also probably a little less motivation than there's been probably any other start this year for him. For the first start, probably in a long, long time. Absolutely nothing to pitch for other than just your last start of the season. But you can't get any closer in the standings. You can't. They're just playing it out. And these are the defending world champs. There's got to be a little bit of a lack of adrenaline.
Well, 2 pitches ago, Stewart wanted it inside. He set up inside. Lincecum didn't come anywhere near inside, and it was 89 and low. There we go. A breaking ball on 3-0 for a strike. CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. Ball 4. He just walked Cole Gillespie. The reason Gillespie is in the game, if you're just joining us, and it's important to point out, this is in the first inning. We don't know about Justin Upton. We have not been getting any news. He did stay in the game, that has to be pointed out, and run the bases and scored on a Montero double. It looked like he was either under the weather or sick. He had his hand over his mouth, was coughing pretty badly as he walked down the tunnel. That's the last we've seen. We have not been given an update.
And a lot of times when you take a knock in the head, it will cause you some nausea. He took a shot, no question.
Ramirez gets hot in the bullpen. Off the base of the wall.
And unfortunately for Montero, it only drives in. I'm sorry, that doesn't drive in anybody. Aaron Hill went back to tag up. Instead, he has to stop at third. Miguel Montero just smiling. That RBI would have put him one behind Justin Upton for the team lead. But instead, it's just a double. And it sets up Paul Goldschmidt, who I would be very shocked, Darren, if Tim Lincecum decides to pitch to. You see he goes to tag up now. By the time it comes in, he cannot score. Matt Williams has to hold him at third base.
Just a single for Montero. Gillespie moves up to second. Hill goes to third.
And you said, I apologize, I said double. It's just a single.
How about that? Almost a homer or a single.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge swing at Tim Lincecum. KG, of course, is Kirk Gibson.
Kevin Garnett?
Well, no. 0-1 the count. Into the dirt. 1-1 the count. Stewart with a nice play. We talked about Paul and his successes so far, Goldschmidt, against Lincecum. He is 2 for 2 today. He has 5 hits and 8 at-bats. 5 and 8 against Lincecum to begin his career.
Damage.
Swing and a miss.
Good slider there from Lincecum.
Here's his first major league home run. Now his second on the night Ian Kennedy was pitching. Many Giants fans and players say they've never seen a right-hander hit it to this part of the ballpark that far.
Took that one right out of the catcher's mitt. He stays alive.
It's kind of when Barry Bonds went to the big part of the ballpark into the alleys as a left-handed hitter. That's where he used to go.
Exactly.
He's got 3 RBIs waiting. Boy, how about taking that changeup?
Like it was easy to do. How about that slider he lays off? Nicely done. 3-2, still nobody out.
And that's coming into today. You can add 2 more hits.
And I think if Lincecum doesn't retire Goldschmidt here, this might be his last pitch of the game. He got it.
Inside, a slider that nipped the inside corner. A little bit of extension on that zone, maybe.
Looks more like a changeup. Yeah, it looks like that's too close to take. Good pitch.
It was a change.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, if it was a slider, it was a hanger that he just kind of hovercrafted over the inside. The best team in baseball with the bases loaded. That's another one of your Kirk Gibson clutch numbers. Close games, late in games, when trailing. Blum shoots that slider down the line. Grand slam distance, but it's foul. Rolled to first. The play is made by Pill. That'll drive in a run for Blum.
That's all it takes if you're Jeff Blum. Just put it in play.
That's 2 just good enough at bats right there for Blum.
Watch Paul Goldschmidt in front of him. By striking out, nothing happens. And just a little baby ground ball on an 0-2 count. What's it do? It extends the lead to 5-0. Just smart baseball, veteran baseball on Jeff Blum's part.
We've been given an update on Justin Upton. He has been removed from the game for precautionary reasons. So far, test results, we're not really clear what tests were performed, but negative, and that's the good news. It doesn't really matter what they were negative. He did experience nausea while running the bases. It looked like we saw him experiencing nausea in the dugout as well. Looked like he was about to be sick, quite honestly. So that's good news. That's very good news. Bouncing ball. That's a fair ball. Sandoval with a nice play. Couple of runs for the Diamondbacks. A tough day for Lincecum. He and the Giants trail it 5-0. Andres Torres to lead things off. Let's answer our trivia question. The only Diamondbacks all-time Gold Glove winner, Steve Finley and Orlando Hudson. Gold Glove Diamondbacks. Stay tuned to see if that man, once it's all said and done and the hardware is handed out, will have an opportunity to put one on his shelf. Torres drives it deep right field. Andres Canjar.
He came out and ambushed a first pitch fastball. Boom. Way out of here to right field by the little guy.
Changeup stays up in the zone. Torres with 4 home runs. Some big home runs last year in the regular season as well. Changeup. 2-0 the count to Jeff Keplinger. Clementer's 16th home run allowed this season. Fly ball. Colin Cowgill puts that one to bed. Fastball. You're not going to strike out Keplinger. He just doesn't strike out, so you put it in the spot where he can't square it up, and Josh did just that. Here's Carlos Beltran. Big swing, fouls that one off. Beltran plays the same position as Justin Upton. 0-1 the count. Breaking ball, 1-1.
Just saying.
What's that?
That he plays the same position as Justin Upton.
Well, he does, and that's well said by you.
Well, you were just saying.
The 1-1. Fly ball, right field, goes down and hits it out of here. So, Beltran with his 7th home run as a Giant. Enjoys the jog around the bases. And it's a 5-2 game.
Change up. Beltran just waits on it and hits it way out of here to right field. Well, he just got full extension, didn't he?
Fly ball left field, long run out there for Gillespie, and he runs out of room. As Beltran high fives, and a bit of peace there for that home run in the dugout. He's a free agent. We'll see where he ends up. Pablo Sandoval, the prime offensive force all season long for the Giants, much like Justin Upton for the Diamondbacks. Sandoval has provided that offense. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
Just saying. Huh?
And he's swinging at everything today. Which, is that common for him?
That's kind of the way he is, yeah, especially with 2 strikes. You can throw the rosin bag up there and he's going to take a whack at it.
He's got 32 walks, so fairly low total.
The boys are starting to come out of their shell now. Getting to be that time of the game. Joe Patterson.
Curve ball, bouncing ball, nice play. Hill, can he recover? He did. It didn't get too far away from Aaron Hill. And so he throws out Sandoval. He didn't panic either.
That's exactly right. He does a great job of knocking it down. He knows he's got a little time. Sandoval doesn't run all that well, and he gets it over there and beats him by a step. That's a big out right there for Josh Colmenter and the Diamondbacks after a couple of solo long balls here in the 6th inning.
One 1-0 the count to Brett Hill. He popped up to second base. He also has walked. Change up, best one he's thrown. 1-1. And that one had a J.J. Putz split finger dive to it.
And then right back with the fastball in. That's just big time pitching right there from Colmenter.
To the right side, there to make the play. Goldschmidt to the bag. We have the news on Upton. Colmenter puts things back together. Stay tuned for more to follow. summarize, and that's the scariest thing we've seen today. The news, the test negative. Justin Upton left due to nausea. We'll find out more as the days go on. His teammate Miguel Montero picked up for him. We saw him running. He scored a couple of runs, then the hits followed. It was a 2-run first inning. The Diamondbacks scored a single run in the 4th inning and then played it 2 more runs. And for the Giants, there's been some answers. A couple of home runs off the bat of San Francisco Giants. It was Torres, it was Beltran. Ramon Ramirez takes over for Lincecum. That's where we stand, though, with the score 5-2. Moving on to the bottom half of the 6th. Swing and a miss at a changeup that had John McDonald out front. Back-to-back changeups. 1-1 the count. John McDonald is C3PO. Puts that one down the line. Foul ball. On Star Wars Day, some folks wearing their garb and stormtroopers in the booth. For a while, it's almost like they took us over. I mean, I couldn't even figure out what was going on.
Felt their presence.
And anyways, the graphics out on the boards and such. Just got a piece of it. Yeah, the costumes around. Big DVD release of all the Star Wars movies all together. Part of it, the partnership with Major League Baseball. A lot of fun today, but the fun has been for the Diamondbacks, leading at 5-2. Looking to sweep the San Francisco Giants. Pitch is high, 2-2 the count. The weekend attendance, you fans, you came and you saw these Diamondbacks and you wanted to be here. As that one is a foul ball. Overall, the attendance today at 41,243, 132,000 fans.
Heck of a weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good job. A lot of fun. Friday night was probably the pinnacle when you win a title and you clinch, but then the rest of the weekend to follow, the energy in this ballpark, the thanks that these fans have given the players and vice versa. As McDonald sends a belt back, and Brandon makes the play. 5-2 is the score. What do you have over there?
Well, MLB.com's at Bat 11 for your iPhone, your iPad, BlackBerry, and Android. Put live baseball on your fingertips. Follow the D-backs in real time with play-by-play. Plus, get real-time box scores and video highlights. At Bat includes audio so you can listen and watch every game. Visit dbacks.com today for more details about MLB at Bat.
Colmenter over the mound. Colmenter is erased. That's a nice play there. Racing on a cross, so Josh Colmenter continuing to work in this ball game. Eric Young, first base coach. Matt Williams, third base coach. I don't know if you knew this about Eric Young. First of all, he's done a great job with Parra. Second of all, he had nearly 700 yards receiving at Rutgers as a wide receiver.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
53 catches, 6 touchdowns.
He was a good player at Rutgers. He didn't make the list.
That one is rolled to the right side, past Young.
I have to admit, it's a bit confusing.
There's also Kirk Gibson, who at Michigan State caught 112 passes for nearly 2,500 yards. Parra, left field. We'll have the results of our text poll. That text poll that will not include Eric Young,
who actually played college football.
Fox Sports supports charitable initiative. We're proud to wear pins during our 2011 MLB on Fox season to support Stand Up to Cancer. For more information, visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports. And we wish Derek Hall thoughts, prayers, and a speedy recovery once the offseason comes around and he undergoes his surgical procedure as he looks to fight and stand up on his own to prostate cancer. Obviously a charitable initiative, but that's a human being down there that is having to stand up to cancer as well. And we wish Boss a speedy recovery once the time comes. 1-1 the count. Brandon Bell.
Good fastball away. Belt's looking to jerk a ball out of the ballpark, as he saw his teammates do last inning, Torres and Beltran. Not much you can do with one at the knees on the outside corner, though. It's a good pitch from Coleman.
High fly. And he went right back, as you said. Our Kia text poll results. I'm told there's been a write-in type vote.
Huh?
Folks, look at this.
Well, Eric Young.
He has been added. You folks have texted in on your own the words Eric Young over and over, and we just had to go with it. We had to add Eric Young.
Good for you guys, although Don Baylor's still leading the charge.
And for those of you that voted Matt Williams, you 6%, unfortunately for you, I mean, we have your information. You will have to actually now be tackled by Matt Williams for not putting him higher on the list.
Just to see how you like it.
So we're very sorry for you. That's again, you agreed to be contacted. In this case, it's physical contact. And you will be signing a waiver before as well.
Stand there, we'll put a blindfold on you, and you'll just get killed.
Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count.
You won't see it coming, but you're going to get decleated by Matt Williams. You might just open up your door once that doorbell rings, probably expecting it to be the mailman or maybe even the FTD florist. Nope, you'll open your door and you're going to get planted by that guy right there.
The 2-2. Fastball. Ooh, he thought he had nipped the outside corner. 3-2 the count to Brandon Crawford. Change up, pop foul, and back into the seats it goes. So we'll do it again. A full count, 1 out. Hard thrower Brian Shaw is warming in the pen. Good hard cutter. He throws hard. The 3-2. Pop foul again. Is there room this time?
Looks like it.
And it's in play. Montero is there. Just tied him up. So he went soft, and then when he went with the fastball, he couldn't do anything with it.
Just jammed him, ate him up. Good pitch. He's throwing a lot of good pitches today.
Hector Sanchez now called upon to pinch hit. Sanchez got to start in last night's ball game. Cole Mentor trying to wrap this inning up as his pitch count is at 89. We'll see what Kirk Gibson is thinking. He leads at 5-2. And for Josh, again, a guy who wasn't at all in the plans once this season started. Now, they had him in camp and they knew who he was. He was discussed in organizational meetings as well as somebody who could help somewhere down the road. Has a chance of being a 10-game winner in the major leagues. In on the hands, popped up. McDonald, can he go get it? Can Cal go get it? It's a Texas leaguer.
Ready?
And now here's Aubrey Huff pinch hitting. Looks like Chris Young putting his chains in his mouth.
You know what? You're starting to see Justin Upton do that. Now you're seeing Colin Cowgill. It's an epidemic taking over the Diamondbacks.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Popped up, a changeup. And into the seats it goes. Yet you tell your kids to get the necklace out of their mouth.
Well, sure. Yeah, but Dad, Chris Young does it. Well, that's true. And when you get to the major leagues, you can do it too. That's what I'll tell
them. That's a good response. You always get the response that Chris Young's parents let him do it. Well, I'm not Chris Young's parents.
It might as well be because I said so.
The 0-1.
That was always my. Why, Mom? Because I said so.
How many of you parents out there with children that can speak, that are old enough to talk to you, have been asked why? The 1-1. Back to the screen.
There. That's one of my favorite things to say now to my kids. Because I said so. Because I am father. That's why.
It's almost had a Star Wars ring to it.
Well, no.
1-2 the count. We'll do it again.
Keeps throwing the high fastballs, and Huff keeps fouling them straight back.
He gets a lot of foul balls, doesn't he? You've noticed that, I mean, especially with those pitches. Wonderful. Grandma on us.
Got that
and
right.
The Diamondbacks at the ball yard. Yeah, they are having a great time. Two and two the count. The 2-2. Change up. That's
he's
about
putting a battle on him, isn't he?
He's putting a battle on him, and that's the pride there in trying to survive. That's as awkward of a swing as you'll see. But Huff would tell you in return, it's not ugly.
Survival.
It's survival. That's ugly.
Holy Moses.
All kinds of stuff. Not baseball going on the screen there. Plants growing in the corner of the screen. The 2-2. Again a changeup and again survival.
Some really good changeups too. Really good ones. Huff is surviving. And the more you hang around, the more opportunity you give yourself to get a mistake.
Boy, we've enjoyed Star Wars Day so far, and I tell you, I'm counting down the days till it's over. Counting down the moments. Ready for it to be over now.
You're such a fuddy-duddy.
2-2 the count. Fastball. And the at-bat rolls on. 8 heading to 9.
Is it time for maybe one of those big old balloon curveballs? I think it might be. Let's see it. He's surviving on the fastballs and changeups. Let's see what Miguel wants.
2-2 the count on Huff. There it is. Strike 3. Got him. You called it, my friend. Oh, baby.
Pow. Right on the money. Huff can't believe it.
Love that. Ernie, Greg, and Mike. Eric, I should say. Eric, Greg, and Mike out there. My apologies, guys. But the bottom line, that's our tape room. And they built those wonderful pictures, a look back at the weekend on this Sunday, presented by our good friends and partners with Sanderson Ford. As Aaron Hill leads it off. As Star Wars Day, it's been a lot of fun at the ballpark. And now it's jumped the shark. Show me a sign or two. Now look at the folks having fun. I tell you, that's what it's all about, fun at the ball yard. That's a good-looking T-shirt that gentleman had on there. Just leave it at that. Hector Sanchez behind the plate. Fastball from the hard-throwing left-hander Dan Runzler to Hill is high and away. Two and 0 the count.
And that's what you're going to get with Runzler. He is a hard thrower. He's got great stuff, but over the course of his young career, just too many of those pitches have been out of the strike zone.
Three and 1 the count. Ball 4. So Hill continues what has been a great run. He has a great afternoon. He's been on 3 times. A couple of walks, a double, and RBI. You look at Aaron's last 5 games. Aaron in that time has 8 hits, and he also has 4 walks. He's been on base 12 times in his last 5 games. I mean, he's been to first so much that he knows everything about Eric Young's high school and college football
I've had lots
career.
to talk about. Just say listen to me once in a while.
0-1 the count. Oh, red October. I like that sign. And they're not hunting for it anymore, are they? Swing and a miss. Cole Gillespie 0-2 the count. If you are just joining us, you know we have folks visit us and come in and out. Gillespie is in this ball game because Justin Upton was hit in the helmet in his first at bat by Tim Lincecum. Right on the bill of the helmet that was up and over, but a scary, scary moment. Upton left the ball game for precautionary reasons. Major League Baseball and its union agreed at the end of spring training on a series of baseline tests for concussions. There's a new 7-day disabled list, which doesn't apply here, established for concussions. And we'll know more, I'm sure, tomorrow about Upton. That pitch is high, 1-2 the count. He looked like he became nauseous, as we were told, rounding the bases and running the bases, but clearly in the dugout as well.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. Now, one of the high points of what was a very low moment and a scary moment. This is just devastating to see for anyone, any team, any age in this sport. The fun part about it is, again, his teammates. I mean, it's happened about a dozen times. He's been hit 19 times. I'd say about 2/3 of those times he's been driven in right after.
And it's usually by this guy, Miguel Montero.
One and 0 the count. David Hernandez throwing in the pen. Torres, Keppinger, and Beltran, who plays right field, due up third. Nice play, a tag play, and it's made very clean by the San Francisco Giants. I would imagine David going to work. He's coming on. Torres, Keppinger, and right fielder Carlos Beltran due up. Ball brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. CenturyLink. West is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. Well, you got it all figured out. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you got to beat just about everybody, so you can pick and choose all you want before you go to battle. But bottom line is, it looks to me, Darren, like the World Series goes through Philadelphia.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But you're going to have to beat them to get there. Somebody's going to have to beat them to get there.
Now the Philadelphia Phillies.
Like the Diamondbacks been saying all year, why not us?
They would be an opponent if Arizona, as you can see, a fabulous year. This team wouldn't be here. Verizon called to the bullpen. David Hernandez.
Holy Moses.
That's a fair ball.
That's what you call a cue shot.
That is a fair ball. He had no idea where that ball went.
Second baseman Jeff Keppinger.
That's also called cheating on a fastball, isn't it?
And you can cue a 95-mile-an-hour David Hernandez fastball. Yeah, you're
pull cue.
Yeah, there you go. You can swim. You can play a little stick. Whatever you want to do here at Chase Field.
Keppinger takes up and in. 1-0 the count. But should the Diamondbacks finish with a lesser record than the Brewers, and Atlanta holds on and wins the wild card, that one is to the right side. Arizona will travel to Philadelphia for the first two games. Getting to know the enemy, if in fact that's who it is. Well, the very best team in the National League. They can pitch. Their bullpen's good enough. And they hit well enough to match up with their pitching to be one of the best teams in the game.
And they won today to break an 8-game losing streak. So needless to say, they've been calling off the dogs here since they've clinched.
1-2 the count. To the right side, he just keeps chasing fastballs up. Now you can see they keep shifting over a little further to the right. Good shot we showed you a moment ago. He already is played that way. But with David throwing, it's a huge hole. Right around the bag. Breaking ball. Good evening, Mr. Keppinger. So a couple of quick outs. And now here's Carlos Beltran, right fielder, San Francisco Giants. He has grounded out, he has struck out, and he has hit a home run. Changeup. 0-1 the count. In. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Backs him out of there. Change up, bouncing ball. And a base hit. So now Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval. Flied out, popped up, and grounded out. One ball and 1 strike to count on Sandoval. Whether or not that pitch that was inside to Beltran was with intent, we're not sure. Montero called for a fastball in. Whether that's tied to Upton, we'll never know.
And since we don't have a post-game show, Darren, to talk about it, I'll come out and say, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised there hasn't been retaliation for Justin yet. Like I said, we don't get to talk about it on a post-game show, so with 2 outs in the 8th inning, yeah, I'm a bit surprised.
The 1-2. Breaking ball, that's strike 3. It was a clean inning, though, as the team leads it by a score of 5-2. Beltran even got a hit out of that. family Sunday here at the Ball Yard. Giants and Arizona Diamondbacks. What do you have over there, Gracie?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You can catch all the action of the 2011 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins September 30th with the Division Series on TBS. You want to see the Division Series live at Chase Field? Upper level postseason tickets start at just $12. Lower level seats start at just $22. Call 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/postseason.
Good read.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Santiago Casilla goes to work, fires a fastball in there. The broad-shouldered, hard-throwing right-hander faces Paul Goldschmidt, who's had a very nice day again. Single, double, run scored. Survives on a fastball in there. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Couldn't do much with it. So a little bit further on Justin Upton, he is listed as day-to-day. And to be specific, the neurological tests that were performed were negative. We just had that word passed along to us. 0-2 the count. It's one of those, too, where you just wait and see what you find out tomorrow, and you hope and you pray that it's good news. First off, just for Justin. His head injuries, and we talked about being a parent earlier. Head injuries, that's the scariest thing as a parent you can think about. And for a young man playing a sport, you just hope he's all right. We know a lot.
You hope he's all right.
We know a lot, but in a way, we don't know a ton. As that one is lifted to left field. Paul Goldschmidt is erased. PJ and his staff, they do a really good job. Ken Crenshaw, the head athletic trainer. We've been taking a peek to pay off the training staff and give you a few shots occasionally. And Ken Crenshaw, who's, as we said, the boss of the trainers, has not been in the dugout since that occurred. He's
been back with Justin.
Been back there.
And like we said, we hope Justin's feeling better.
1-0 the count.
It's not something you just, 5 minutes later you're fine.
No. Yeah, everyone reacts differently, but we are very local in our coverage. And we cover for the state of Arizona this team, and we bring you this news. Blum spanks a hanging breaking ball into right. That will roll up against the wall. And a double for Jeff Blum.
Well, he's had a couple of very professional at-bats. He's not going to leave for a pinch run. He's just giving his stuff to Matt Williams. But earlier in the ball game, hits a ground ball to the right side to move a runner up from second base to third with nobody out. Then had another professional at bat. Hit a little ground ball to the first baseman to drive in a run and get an RBI. Now he just takes a hanging breaking ball and just rips it down the right field line. He has had a very good day. Even though he's got one hit, he has had 3 very good at bats this afternoon.
One and 0 the count on Colin Cowgill. One and 1. It's a pretty good analysis a moment ago, Gracie. Appreciate that.
No, well, thank you.
The one telling us all this morning that Eric Young was a good college football player at Rutgers.
Once in a while, our faithful producer will listen to me.
Jason Lewis?
Yeah. It's not very faithful today.
He's lucky he has no more flights with this team, because Eric Young would want to speak with him. And on the plane, he would say it to his face.
Oh, like last year.
I'm not quite sure what you're speaking of. Okay. Or better said, I don't think I should speak of it. 2-1 the count. We'll move right along. And don't forget, Matty's showing up at some of your houses.
That's true. And he's going to decleat you.
Outside, 3-1 the count. The fewest votes in our text poll.
I wouldn't want to get tackled by Matt Williams.
We had a poll earlier, if you missed it, which college football player, high school football player, they all played, would you least want to be tackled by? Kirk Gibson, Don Baylor, that one is fouled off. And Matt Williams were the choices. Kirk Gibson, Don Baylor, and Matt Williams. You did a bit of a write-in, if you will, for Eric Young, since, as Gracie told us, even dating back to last night when we discussed this, that probably should include Eric Young. So you folks got behind him.
Thank you, folks.
Yeah. Are you tough enough to be tackled by one of these former football greats?
Rather not.
3-2 the count. And the lowest amount of votes, I mean far and away, barely a blip. None of you were really scared of Matt Williams for some reason. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Right over the top of it.
I'll be here this Wednesday as the Diamondbacks take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in the final stretch of the regular season. It's Fandemonium, presented by Fry's, which means fans can win great prizes all game long. To buy a ticket, call 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/Fandemonium.
Oh, 0-1 the count. Breaking ball popped up. You could hear him, couldn't you? The Panda. I got it. Somebody's got a souvenir. There we go. J.J. Putt's coming on. Looking to lock this ball game down. All-star Josh Colementor made his major league debut against the San Francisco Giants on April 17th as a reliever. Here today, he made his 24th start of the year and is on the verge of winning for the 10th time this season. What a fabulous story. The command specialist straight over the top. The young man out of Homer, Michigan, as that one is up and in to Brett Pill. 1-0 the count. JJ goes to work with 44 saves. Two and 0 the count. Kind of got on the side of that one. Had a unique delivery, especially when you're watching Puts work. What an incredible season. And he got 3 very big outs 2 nights ago. And was able to be in the middle of the diamond as he lifted Miguel Montero into the air if the Diamondbacks clinch the West. Here's a strike, 2-1. .44 of 48, a 2.25 ERA. The 2-1. A little chopper hugging the line. Montero lets that one trickle foul. JJ has saved 3 of 4 against the Giants this year. Has a 3.86 ERA against San Francisco. And he's turned out to be the best of the best with regard to saves. That one on the ground. Gobbled up. McDonald quickly gets rid of it. John McDonald, as effective as the pitch was, the play by McDonald, a nice one. Obviously, if you're a winning team, you have to have a successful closer, but these are the teams that are all hoping to head to the postseason.
And they've all got great closers, shutdown closers.
Those are all right now either teams that have clinched or the Braves who lead in the wild card ever so slightly. Kind of pitch differently too, don't they? That's what's fun about that. He's not a cookie cutter.
Dan Quisenberry wasn't Goose Gossage.
There's a strike to Brandon Belt. You remember the closer Doug Jones?
Oh, of course. I played with Doug Jones. He was a Cub for a year. Doug Jones had one of the biggest, slowest changeups ever and threw about 85 miles an hour and was terrific.
0-1 the count.
Strike 2 to the inside corner from Puts.
Into the dirt. You bet that strike 3. Absolutely. And nowhere close to checking his swing.
An amazing split finger from J.J. Puts. Great block as well there from Miguel Montero.
Trying to finish the year 9-9 against the Giants and win 5 in a row against San Francisco. The last time they won 5 in a row over the Giants was 2007.
Looking for the sweep right here.
Pitch is inside. The last 2 years, Arizona has been an identical 5-13 against San Francisco. This year, trying to finish it 9-9 with a 5-game streak. High fly ball, well struck center field, going back is Calgill. He looks up high off that wall, right next to the balcony. About as far as you'll see Mike Fontenot hit a ball.
Didn't know Fontenot had that kind of juice to center field, but he obviously proved he does. A long double. About 410 feet were the double off the center field wall. Fastball middle. Fontenot crushes it.
Hector Sanchez, 7 for 26. Trying to avoid the broom for these Giants. Fastball, 0-1.
And a big rip from Hector Sanchez.
A mighty rip, to say the least. And another mighty rip.
Boy. Somewhere in Japan, Josh Weitzel's smiling, looking at those rips.
Arizona trying to win for the 93rd time. Chopper charging. The Diamondbacks have 93 wins with 3 more to play. With 93 wins and 3 more to play, they have 1 more win than this team took into the playoffs when they won its World Series title in 2001. The Diamondbacks sweep the San Francisco Giants. A fine series for the Diamondbacks, for the starting pitching, for the closer, for the offense, and for Arizona, they're at least able to stay within a single game for home field with the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers took apart the Florida Marlins today. Again, if they finish at the end of these 3 days somehow in a tie with Milwaukee, a tie is as good as finishing ahead of Milwaukee because they hold the series lead. Clemente the winner. He finishes at 10-10 on the season. Lincecum the loser. He finishes at 13-14 on the season. And J.J. Putz with his 45th save on the year. We've had fun this weekend, all weekend long. We're glad that you have joined us. Don't forget, we'll be back with you. The Los Angeles Dodgers visit Chase Field for the final series of the year. We wrap it up on this Sanderson Ford Sunday here at the Ball Yard. He's Mark Grace, Jody Jackson down below. My name is Darren Sutton saying, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great week in the great state of Arizona.